Conspiracies. How did they get started? Do an individual start a conspiracy and it just catches on from time to time and get bigger and bigger and spread with more different versions of it? We all heard of alien existing. Do alien exist? Most compelling evidence of alien existing. Some say it's obvious, we are not alone. Others say, well, prove it. You have cell phones in your hand, you have cameras in your hand, take photographs of it. Ancient evidence. It's easy enough to write off much recent phenomena. Anything from wayward weather balloons to the legendary pop culture of UFO sightings. Images of ships that wobble through the night, too blurry to identify. Computer scientists always study them and say, these are just lights. If they're not Earth lights, they're lights someone's just making from the ground up. These are just lights. These are nothing spectacular. These are just Earth lights. And nothing more. But what's slightly harder to dismiss is the ancient evidence. Pre the National Enquirer. Entered the Madonna era. Not the rock star Madonna, but an ancient Madonna. Otherwise known as the UFO paintings. Created in the 15th century, it depicts the Virgin Mary, and in the background of the painting, a man and his dog staring up at a hovering dish-like object. Now it's kind of similar to what we see these days. You ever notice ancient drawing in caves? Ancient drawing in caves, they always have these discs. The same disc we see today. And Cleopatra and most of the people in those days, their skull have very unusual shaped heads. Some people say because it's the headdress that they wore. So after wearing that headdress for so long to cover their hair, after a while their skulls was deformed in that shape of their headdress. Some people say no, they was aliens. That's why they have unusual skulls. Back in 1961, astronomer Frank Drake dismissed by which could estimate the likelihood of the existence of alien life, taking into account a number of factors including the average number of planets available to support life and the fraction that could go on to support intelligent life. This was then in 2001. Hundreds of thousands of such planets should typically exist. We don't believe there's aliens in this world. We don't believe there's UFOs because they're not right next door to us. They're not driving past us and they're not looking at us. Who is to say if we did discover life from another planet, dimension, galaxy? It had to be short, with big eyes, or tall and gray. Who is to say that? Why do they have to look funny, but more technology than us. Have you ever heard of alien technology? This technology that we have now that just came from nowhere. Because me, myself, I would say in the front of the line and say Steve Jobs was not a genius. Steve Jobs did not discover Apple or whatever he's supposed to discover. I don't believe Steve Jobs discovered a cell phone. I believe in ancient technology. I think Steve Jobs was paid to be the front man to say he discovered Apple. I'm a conspiracist. I'm a conspiracy theorist. You ever watch these old TV shows from the 60s and Get Smart? And the double agent, I think his name was Maxwell Smart. He had shoe phones, watch phones, cell phones. He had phones everywhere. Well, I have a watch phone. I have a cell phone. I don't have a shoe phone, but it don't mean they don't exist. These was the 60s, saying the technology we don't have in the 21st century. Why they make a comedy detective spy show, Get Smart, with a robotic dog? And today, what they did in the 60s, we are doing right now. Do you think the government was letting us in on a little secret, very slow? Just like rolling out a new menu in your favorite restaurant. They don't roll out everything at one time. They call it slow roll. Slow roll is they pick out a feature on that menu and very slowly they roll out every new menu item. I think that's what the world government is doing. Slow rolling. A lot of people, they use the word the United States government. And I say it don't exist. There's no such thing as a United States government. They don't exist. It's a world government. A body of people that rules the planet Earth. We have a president in the United States. But it's just a man or lady that sit there for 48 years. And then we have people that run the country behind the scenes that we don't know what their real job is. Because we never see them. We never hear from them. We don't know who they are. And people are still saying if you ever do take a photo of a UFO or report that you see a UFO, you'll be visited by men that don't exist. They call them men in black. We had 2 presidents in this country, in the United States, that have seen the UFOs. They swear up and down they have seen aliens. Jimmy Carter and Bill Clinton. I apologize. Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan. Bill Clinton wanted to dig deeper into alien existence. I love live videos. I love the outside sounds. Sometimes you just be bored. Everybody's lifestyle changed. My lifestyle changed 100%. I was just talking to my friend. And she's at work. She's at Michigan at work. But live in Ohio. I live in Ohio and I work in Michigan. That's kind of funny. And then you say, I live in Michigan and I work in Ohio. It's kind of funny how you live in one state but work in the next state. And you're not the only person doing that. Because I'm going to Michigan at 5 o'clock in the morning. I see a number of Ohio license plates crossing the state line with me. And vice versa. Coming back down, I see a number of Michigan license plates crossing the state line to Ohio. It's funny. And then people that sit there saying, well, it's no job, it's no jobs. I feel if you want a job, you're not going to find one. There's jobs. The thing is, people don't want to work these jobs. They want a job, but they don't want to work a job. That's what people want. Government files. While some U.S. presidents have released classified files on the subject of UFOs, Jimmy Carter famously described his own encounter. Others still have denied access to classified information on the subject, although former President Bill Clinton claiming to be a Moon now. This has led many believers to suggest there's a cover-up. Former President Bill Clinton has been vocal on the existence of aliens And it's worth noting his opinions on an Independent Day situation too. Just in case. I'm going to let you listen to some old time blues. This is a live podcast. Just suppose there's a planet just like Earth, and people are sitting in their cars on their planet at the park watching the sun go down. And we're sitting on this blue planet Earth in our cars watching the sun go down. Just suppose. That young man, he always be on the scooter chair playing old time music. I heard that he was a drug dealer. He got shot in the back running away from one of his druggies. They were selling drugs to try to rob him, and they paralyzed him. That's a story I heard. But I know he's known here in the neighborhood. And just imagine, on that other planet I was just talking about, there's people that live there. They go to work like we go to work. They pay bills like we pay bills. The only thing different is they're on their own planet. This is Videoplex. My name is Sammy. I want to say August the 29th is a very special day for me. That's next Saturday. It's my daughter Julia's 17th birthday. I love you all my heart, baby. I love you all my heart. God bless you. God is with you. And God is in all our life. We might not realize it, but God is present in all our life. There's a God. There's a beautiful God. There's a majestic God. He's beautiful. Some old-fashioned jams. I know a change is coming. I love you, Elena. God bless you, Sally, my best friend. God bless you. And thank you for all your support. And please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube podcast for more videos like this one.